evening. How's everyone doing today? New name, Madmania, Melky, Gosu. Stop lying, Lambo. You can't chain. This is true. This is true. Doesn't mean we can't try. Hope everyone's having a great day thus far. We are attempting to chain for the simple fact that we are low on AP. Got about 40,000 more honor points to go until we hit those base rewards, or the minimum for all the honor point rewards, right? Which shouldn't be an issue, but there are some Shrine of Ra and Font of Ra's that are at some unfavorable times for me that I would really not mind just sleeping through. What's up, Fub and Snow Goose? Good to see you guys. But we're gonna do our best here to try and chain a few bars. Last night we had the Spring of Ra. Completely uncontested. They came in afterwards, of course, I'm sure, to kill AFK troops. But other than that, one could say it was, very boring. Come on. Come on. Fire that skill off. Thank you. No. Dang it. We're going to break that chain there. So, last night, what did we do? We took the helmet to level 5. So the only pieces of gear yet are the accessories that we need to take to level 5 and this bow here. We need quite a few materials to do that one. But yeah, well on our way there. Then the other thing we did yesterday, it might have been very stupid, but I guess I was caught up in the moment watching some of the Osiris League matches. And we went ahead and where are you? We finished Eleanor. So, Eleanor is done. We are ready to cav garrison if the need arises. She looked quite strong in that JST Wib match, even though JST lost. Their structure game was absolutely insane. I can't, although I'm sure it has happened, and somebody yesterday said it did happen. 93 did it last season. I don't remember myself watching a match like that where one team dominated the middle game so hard, but the other team dominated the structure game so hard it was within like 1,000 points at the end. And JST almost won. They almost won. So some good matches yesterday. Some absolute dog crap matches yesterday. But there were some good ones yesterday. I'm still kind of fuming about the absolute blowouts. But we're not going to get into that today. We're going to focus on the positives. So today for our KVK, we've had a rather unique KVK. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. For our KVK, our allies in the bottom right-hand corner, they will be getting the Zig at the end. Our allies in the lower left, they will be taking first occupation. And we will be taking Chronicle rewards and holding the Zig until it gets passed to the end team. So it's been a unique KVK, right? We've gotten more fights than most, which is why our stats are nearly double every other camp out there. Some of those you could call manufactured stats, right? This last pass opening, we had all their TP spots blocked, and we had the pass blocked, and everyone was bored. So we let them TP in, we let them build some flags, and we had a good 6 hours of fun there. So some of our stats you could call manufactured, right? And I wouldn't take it personally. But 1961, 2206, 2267, they've had very, very, very few fights. The first zone that opened, they had maybe 4 hours of what you might call fighting. And then when their next zone opened that they got to invade, the enemy didn't even go in there. So, it's not a KVK that you can go solely on stats on. So what we did today is we spun the wheel. And we did first camp to get 3 wheel hits, got the zig at the end. After that was done, then we spun the wheel again to see who got first occupation or chronicle rewards, and it was not our lucky day, but it is what it is. It is what it is. How is fighting against 1835? Which one's 1835? Is that the 35 HH folks? It's okay. A lot of cheeseburgering. Are you in 35, Fub? What's up, I-Man? A lot of cheeseburgering. I mean, quite honestly. Their troops melt like butter. They stick their nose out of the pass every so often. Yesterday there was a gentleman from what alliance is that? 35 HH there yesterday. He was hitting some of our weaker players, and it looked like he was getting ready to swarm one of my R4s, so I poured it over there. Proceeded to nip that in the bud. And then he sent me a direct message. I thought you had more honor than that, blah, blah, blah. You ruined all the fun. So it's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ruined your fun. I'm sorry I would not let you swarm down the Prime Minister of my kingdom. I guess, whatever. Whatever. No skin off of my nose if y'all don't like me. I'm fine with that. Zuliang is getting over by Richard here. Let me send him up here. Maybe by the time he gets there, those will group up. So yeah, I mean we've still got work to do. Of course, there's some high rounds we got to burn, some sanctuaries we got to burn to get the rest of the rewards for. Why did both of you run away, bastards? To get some of the rewards, we should still get 3 more coins. I've gotten one for 30 million kills already, one for something else already. I think I've gotten. What the hell have I gotten? So this we're not getting. This we're not getting. There we go. We got the coin for 30 million kills. We got that already. There we are. 50,000 honor points. We got that already. Spend 75,000 crystals. So I've already gotten 3 of these coins. We should be getting 3 more. Coalition rewards. We're going to occupy the Zig. We're going to get 2 high rounds, right? We're going to get 3 high rounds. I think we're doing the 4. Enemy camp sanctuary, we're going to get that. We're going to destroy a second enemy camp sanctuary, so we'll get 1 coin there. Then destroy 4 enemy camp sanctuaries. This is for all 3 of the camps in our camp, right? So we'll get a 2nd coin there. And then destroy all 6 high rounds, or destroy 6 high rounds from another camp. So this we should get another coin there. So we should get 3 more coins, which is not bad at all for a KVK. Hey, Charlotte. Good to see you. I am trying desperately to chain barbs and make it last more than 15 minutes. Yeah, make it last more than 15 minutes. I know, that's what my wife says, but just no freaking groups of barbs here anywhere. ZL Herman, yeah, probably my best march this KVK. I mean, I have had reports that have been, 1,700% from ZL Herman. Some just insane reports from ZL Herman. So if anyone is on the fence about maxing either of those commanders, highly recommended. Highly recommended, especially if you got good gear. If you don't mind, don't forget to smash that like button. No, run. Yeah, okay, we'll get those 2 quick on our way up there. So, I mean, honor 84,000, call it 85,000, 23 days left. There are a number of Spring of Ra and Font of Ra yet. The Spring of Ra is the 1 hour one, the Font of Ra is the 2 hour one. I don't anticipate not reaching 120,000, but maybe if we change some barbs, we won't have to buy that last Mountain Warfare bundle. So our tech right now, we're almost done. Really, we are almost done here. We've got this is 2.8 million, and this is 2.8 million, I believe. And then we've just got Surprise Strike after that. These are relatively cheap, so I don't think we'll need to get another Mountain Warfare bundle. We really shouldn't have to, but we'll kind of play it by ear, I guess. Because the next pass opens, what is it, Thursday? Pass 9 opens Thursday. Well, come on. So this pass opens Thursday. We got to get these 2 sanctuaries in here and then go up through this pass 7 to take out these 2 high rounds. Not to mention attempt to block them from pass 10, but This is the only of our enemy camps here that looks like they're even set up to go into Kingsland. This camp on the right hand side, they're nowhere near their past 10 here. This camp has a big blank area by their past 10 also, so you know, if they make it into Kingsland, they make it into Kingsland. Just more fun for us. I have told the team, right? So I have told the team that I do not want an inscription. I do not want an Autric reward. I've already got Intrepid and Hunter on one Archer March. I've got Hunter on a second Archer March. I have got the Invincible and Destructive on my Infantry March. Granted, I could use Hunter on Cavalry March, but there are other players who are Rally, who are Garrison leads, who have never gotten an Autric. So I feel it's more important for those players to get an Autric reward than it would be for me. I mean, I'll be able to rally, I'll be able to garrison with archers. I'll be able to rally, I'll be able to garrison with infantry. No problem. It would be nice to have it on a cavalry march, but it is what it is. What's up, Roddy? Start to play X Defiant. I checked it out the other day when you said something, Sasha, and it's a first-person shooter game that is... I mean, I don't think they have Battle Royale, do they? Everything I was seeing was like multiplayer Call of Duty, where you die, and then a second later you respawn. Then you die, then you respawn. Then you die, then you respawn. I can't get into that. I like the slower pace, more tactical Battle Royale type first-person shooters. And my problem there too is I have carpal tunnel starting in my left hand. So keeping my fingers on the WASD keys for an extended period of time, my hand will literally cramp up and I won't be able to bend those fingers. I grew up on keyboard and mouse. I have tried multiple times to make the transition to controller. And I can't do it. I can't do it. Call of Duty without SBMM. What is SBMM? So I mean, if anything, I think I got like halfway through or 30% of the way through Starfield before the last KVK interrupted me. Damn it! This just kills them too quickly. And I wouldn't mind, I just finished my third playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2. I wouldn't mind going through Hogwarts Legacy again as either Gryffindor or Hufflepuff. I've already gone through as Ravenclaw and Slytherin. Taco says... grew up on controller, switched keyboard and mouse, now can't play controller to save my life. Yeah. I mean, I've tried. Literally tried to play controller. When the kids were playing on Xbox, when I didn't have a nice PC. And, yeah, when you're playing and some 10-year-old shoots you and kills you again and again and again, and all you hear on voice comms is some 8 or 9 or 10-year-old, "Hey, you suck, you're a piece of shit." It makes me want to throw that controller through the TV, which would not be a good thing. What's up, car? Can you buy an Autric reward? No, I mean, you buy enough bundles, you may get one eventually. Right? I've only gotten 3, but you can see I have 4 legendary inscriptions. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is by far probably my favorite single-player game ever. And I know it's multiplayer too, right? But I just do the single player. There is just so much to do in that game. You know, between hunting legendary animals and doing all the side quests, it is just insane. And just the scenery, and man, that's one of the prettiest games out there. Impose parental controls. What, so I don't hear little kids laughing at me? You know, and I think right now with games like Call of Duty and the aim assist that players on controller have, unless you're an absolute pro keyboard and mouse player, they have a distinct advantage with aim assist. So, you know, I mean, I've got on my Logitech mouse, I've got this little sniper button where, see the mouse scrolling across the screen now. If I press it, it slows down the dragging. See, not pressed. So, you know, I'm sure that's for designed for first-person shooter games where you need to slow down the mouse movement. I also changed the DPI to lower it, but I don't want to be lifting the mouse up and slamming it back down into the desk every time I need to make a big-time movement across the screen. And, you know, just at age 53, the reaction time just ain't what it used to be. It really isn't. You know, I can be honest with myself. Yeah, X-Defiant's pretty new. Yeah, every time I played through Red Dead Redemption, there's something new I see. Just stay there, would ya? Let me get a little bit of value here. There in time. At least I know we'll get 3 here. Yeah, I mean, some really good Osiris League matches coming up. Got 1188 against 93T, Wib against 16OT. This is going to be an interesting match to watch, in my opinion. Wib did not do so well in playing structures against JST. And granted, JST is super strong, right? They're not the JST they used to be, but they are still quarterfinalists. I just think if Wib doesn't up the game with the structures against 16OT, this could be what many are dubbing an upset. And 1188 with 7 stars, 7 KVK wins. Those guys are running around the field with 5 hunter inscriptions on their marches. That's going to be very hard even for 93T to contend with. Now, 93T does a fantastic job in strategizing with the structure game itself. But if there could possibly be another upset, I mean, this Realm of Horus, it could have 2 upsets. It could have 2 upsets this coming week. 60 GT, GV77, that's no cakewalk. Although they were relatively untested in the match against SV68. GV77 did face 60MX. Only beat them by 4,000 points. I believe GT is stronger. And again, if you look at this, if they've got players who have been there for all 9 of these KVK wins, right, they're running around with heavy duty inscriptions left and right. One EE8 perennial Osiris team up against 49. That should be a good match. I think 49's got what it takes to pull it out. And these other realms, I'm just going to be honest here, I don't know a whole heck of a lot about these. So as far as betting this week, I put some money on 16, and I'm going to put even more on them. If this betting stays like this, we'll drop a few coins on 1188 as well. These I'm probably not touching with a 10-foot pole. When did GV beat 60 GT last? Is that in a regular season match? Because regular season and Osiris League playoffs are 2 completely different things. And if 1188's got some of the 1v folks on it, then they know what they're doing, right? Not saying they didn't before, but you can just go home. So can you. I don't see GT losing that match. It's gonna be a contested match. It's no cakewalk. And again, even if they did beat GT in the regular season, in a regular ARC game, OL is much different. I did, Pete. I did. I got bored yesterday at the ruins waiting for the enemy to come, and they never did. So I took my ZL helmet up to level 5, and I expertised Miss Eleanor. Normal arc doesn't mean shit. Just being honest here, guys. Normal arc means absolutely nothing. Sometimes your league players are sitting out for a match, or you have, players backups playing, or you're trying to test different strategies or whatever. Playing with different skill combinations, different timings. what happened to the next two Eleanor MGs. When I get bored, it's a bad thing. I expertised Honda one day when I was bored in the middle of KVK. This was kind of the same thing yesterday. While we were waiting for the enemy at the Spring of Ra, I was rewatching some of the matches, and I'm like, man, I need this. I want this. It was more want than need. We did some quick math, and after expertising her, I still have 613 goldies in the bucket here, so it's not like I'm hurting for gold heads. I did car, but ooh, bright, shiny, new, cha-ching, right? So, what is the next MGE for? So next MGE will let anyone who still needs Eleanor get Eleanor, or Hera even. Those are the two value commanders I see in here. If we don't have 15 players that are after these two commanders, then we'll pick up some Suleiman or some Lapu Lapu. Probably not Wu Zetian, but I still need to expertise Wu, Lapu Lapu, and Suleiman. But I'm not gonna take Eleanor or Hera heads away from individuals who still need to work on those. And then I believe the one after will be the actual Cavalry MG, which I still need to finish Bertrand. So I think once I have every commander expertise, it's then time to quit the game and sell the account, right? Bertrand is 5411, and we'll get him in dailies after Suleiman's done. He's at 5552. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. Bored with gold heads is a bad thing. It is. I should have just gone to bed and just let my march get wrecked at the Spring of Ra when the enemy came to kill AFK troops, but I hate giving people free kills. I give away enough free kills, plowing into murder balls. Looks like this person is doing those. We have a level 4 gem node. Yes, we do. Outstanding. Lapu, yeah, city garrison, right? Yep. Why on earth would you expertise Birdie? If I can do it through the daily chest, why not? In our testing, Nevsky Burt took down, or was it Nevsky Burt or Burt Nevsky? One of the two. Took down Dito garrisons. But so did Nevsky Mina. I think Archer rallies are in trouble with Eleanor. All the Ash Henry, Ash ZL, ZL Ashes that we see out there rallying, those are in some serious trouble with Eleanor. And what's next after this? Infantry, right? What's up, Leo? From what I've seen, she looks good. You know, that's just watching some of the OL matches out there over the weekend. Yeah, did you get a hold of Electro King yet, Pete? If not, I'm gonna have to spin the wheel again. Give it to somebody else. Outstanding. I still think Gorgle will probably be better in a flag, but I think quite possibly Eleanor will be the past Garrison of the future. I think Popo sent me a report yesterday. Let me just finish off this barb and get to the next one over here, and then we can go and take a look and see if I still have that. Sure, he's got Duke. Nope. I wish everyone's in-game name was the same as their YouTube name, because what was that? Oh, okay. So this guy, I don't know what he was doing the other day. He just kept sending 5 march after 5 march after 5 march at my 7 marches. And then he sends me a message and he's like, yeah, I missed all the fighting. It's like, okay, well, are these 20-to-1 trades what you were looking for? Because, yeah, it's not going so well. Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess I don't have any reports, though. Good God, I wish I had 10 of those. You can scroll through the Boom Boom chat, see if there's anything there. Maybe Fight Club? I know Apo said his Kingdom 2429 did some testing with Eleanor, and he's going to put out a video soon. And his exact words were like, oh my God, she is strong. So, I guess when I see JST using her as a garrison in those ARC matches, and Appa was telling me his kingdom did testing and she is strong, and Carr is in my chat here telling me that she's damn good. Okay, that's not a report. Then it's something that I did when I got bored. If we don't get fights in the next zone, I might just regret it, but it is what it is at this point in time. I can't go back. I mean, I could email Lilith and cry about it and blah, 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 but yeah, no, that ain't happening. I did it of my own will, and I am accountable for my own actions. See if we can drag this guy up here. It's gonna be tight. All I ever wanted was you, but you left. And you can probably tell in my voice, right? I'm disappointed with this KVK. Yeah, the King of the Nile. The King of the Nile. It's not an awful map. Any KVK you can find kingdoms that are enemies that are doing a farming or recovery KVK. I think I'm starting to think that Lilith just needs to. But then you'd have teams that would abuse it too. I was gonna say you need to check a box when you're going into KVK if you're doing a farming or a recovery KVK. But then you'd have teams checking that they're doing a recovery KVK just so they could go in and beat up on kingdoms that actually are doing a recovery KVK. So I mean, I don't know what the answer is here. King of the Nile, you select your allies. If some of our enemy camps wanted to fight, and some were doing a recovery KVK, maybe they should have talked to each other up front before they teamed up. I don't know. I don't know. And I genuinely do feel bad for 1961, 2206, 2267. I mean, 67 alone said they had 24 players maxing tech, and I think their best fighters only have 6 million kills thus far in the KVK, which is more than I had in our last Nile KVK. Let's be honest here, but at the same time, I know what that's like. Leo, same problem in Nile. So yeah, I mean this. Expecting intelligence in Rise of Kingdoms will disappoint you, Lamb. But yeah, I'm. You think I would know that by now after 5 years of playing this game, but I can honestly say I don't think we're ever doing an Nile KVK. We're gonna skip one KVK pop to get some migrants in. And then we're going to hopefully get a pop for Siege of Orleans and do Siege of Orleans. And we will team up with the weakest camp in there. And win or lose, just hopefully fight like hell. Get some hellacious fights. No idea what you guys are talking about. None. I did have bratwurst for dinner, if that helps. I was hoping to get our 5th star. But that's cosmetic at the end of the day. We're going to get 30 Autric rewards for our camp, which will be split between the 3 allied kingdoms in the camp. I guess 30 of them split between 3 kingdoms is better than last KVK when we had to split, what was it? I think 20 between 5 kingdoms or something stupid. No, it was still 32. Last KVK, this KVK is 240 and 60. Last KVK was 260 and 40. So we had 40 last KVK that we had to split between 5 kingdoms. So this right here, this is Sasha in game. If I can find him. Where are you, dude? You're not down in R1, are you? There we go. Oh, sorry, Riz. MF has retired from the game. He has not been with us for, what is it now? 2 full KVKs? Maybe it's 3? That account is now in the hands of a player called Fluffy Pony, who migrated it from 1029 to 2605, and it is now in 2268. Ooh, nice. Nice. I mean, there's way more than 30 fighters in our kingdom alone who deserve that Autric inscription, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, fighting allies in Kingsland for the Zig in this KVK format, King of the Nile, is not an option. You don't get any bonuses from it. You don't get kills from it that count towards the 30 million kills. You're just blowing through resources and speed ups. And since we want to turn around and go into another KVK relatively quickly, it would just hurt us in the long run to do that. And many of these other kingdoms that are allied with us in these other camps, their intent is to turn around and go into KVK very quickly as well. So at the end of the day, we discussed it and the decision was made to spin the wheel. So we did that today. It was not 1029's lucky day, but I am a man of integrity and honor, as are the players in our kingdom. So we will abide by the fate, the destiny, whatever you want to call it, of spinning the wheel, and congratulate our friends in 1961, 2206, 2267 for the KVK star. Let's just take a look at the DC kingdom in that camp, right? 06, I think it is. Nope, not that alliance though, but oh, come on, my mouse wheel is going absolutely haywire. What's it? Say 2206, right? Yeah, so they've got the banner here, right? They at one point won their Realm of Osiris League. So when they contacted us and said, "Hey, we'd like to ally with you," I'm like, "Oh hell yeah, you guys know what you're doing," right? Cal said yesterday, it's sad MF hasn't been awarded an Autric and 3 KVKs. We'll get MF out of... So here's the thing though. MF did get an Autric and 2 KVKs. The problem is, he didn't realize he needed a coin at the end to use that Autric inscription. So he got an Autric twice. He just didn't save a coin to use on it. And he had a couple legendaries in there just from buying those daily bundles. I imagine Fluffy Pony has added quite a few more just from buying the armaments bundles, right? I mean, this says I have 2, but I have 3. So this should read times 3 out of 4. But I don't think they started tracking until a couple of KVKs ago. My kill death ratio is garbage because I just go hog wild. I'm usually garrison captain and rally lead, so I only have three marches out in the open field. This should be 16 though. We had 16 at one point until we faced 60 MX in a match. Oh hey, there we go. There we go. We'll take that. Where are we here? So yeah, this was that Pioneer event. Yes, Saturday. Team did quite good there. So where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess we're on our longest streak right now. So the banner says anyway. This was in the middle of a KVK, as was this. C9N used to be a powerhouse in ARC, so when we saw that matchup, we're like, oh shit. UCS here, we beat UCS. They were at one time a very competitive ARC team. This one was in KVK. There's UCS again. And these guys are really good too, right? Where are we? Our last loss. SK57. So they beat us by a good 13,000 points. And then 2 weeks later, we faced them again, and we beat them by, what is that, 8,000 points? $875, put a whooping on us. There's UCS again. I think I showed that already. RST, these guys are crazy good. I think that's a lot of JST players that drop down to a CDC Kingdom. Another KVK one. 2 out of 9. Here, Blackpink absolutely laid the smackdown on us. Where's that MX match, though? I thought it was... Oh, here it is. 60 MX. Yep. So yeah, we got handled pretty decently there, and they were short 3 players even. But if we look before that, right, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we did have a streak of 17 at one point, which I don't understand, right? If Lilith can show it in here, why can't they show it in here? But it is what it is. Yeah, when I saw 60 MX porting into that match, I'm like, oh, we're fucked. Let's just do our best here, guys. Let's win one arc. Let's win one arc, and I'll call it a moral victory. I still don't think we did. But it was fun, you know, you learn something. Oh, excuse me, you learn something every match, right? And it was kind of fun watching the Pioneer event, watching it as a spectator. Because you can see the whole field then. You can jump to wherever you need to watch. And I then circled back with our Ark of Osiris planner, Smart Alpha. And I'm like, okay, this is what I saw, this is what I saw, this is what I saw. You know, maybe these are things that we can start working on in future matches. Yeah, there's really nothing happening in our KVK, Cortez. We spun the wheel today with our allies to determine who gets the zig at the end, and it was not a lucky day for 1029, so our allies in 1961, 2206, 2267 will be getting the zig at the end. And, you know, I feel for them. They haven't had fights in this KVK, significant fights in this KVK. Well, really, you can say that about all of our camps, but they've had fewer than most. I mean, I hit 30 million kills shortly after the second spring of Ra. So first zone and 2 springs of Ra, and I got my 30 million kill points. You know, I think they're the most kill points that they have in their entire camp is 6 million kill points. So, you know, I feel for them. We've had KVKs like that ourselves, where the enemy just didn't show up to fight us. And that's one of the reasons that, you know, I thought going into this KVK, some of these camps might do that. Some of these enemy camps might do that. And I didn't want our camp in the predicament where we didn't get any fights and we were going by stats alone at the end. So going into this KVK, I made it perfectly clear that if final Zig occupation was not going to be done solely on the stats. Yeah, I guess in the beginning, had I said, nope, it's all going to be stats based, we would get the Zig at the end. Because if we look at the stats themselves, I mean, 1029 is way out in front. 1533 is also in our camp, as is 1599. So 1029 and 1533 did a serious amount of work. But again, the 2206, 1961, and 2267, those were all in the camp that did not get many fights. So, and that's not their fault. That's not their fault at all. Germans drink warm beer, though, don't they? I mean, I remember I had a friend who was from Germany, and he drank warm beer. Not warm as in heated up, it's just like room temperature beer. Didn't make much sense to me. I prefer my beer out of a bottle or a frosted mug. I don't drink it out of cans. It just tastes different out of a can. I don't like it from cans. So if I drink beer, it's got to be from a bottle or a frosted mug. But I'm a Captain and Coke drinker myself. If I'm gonna have a drink, it's gonna be a Bloody Mary or a Captain and Coke or a don't laugh, Amaretto Sour. Chaining lasted longer than it normally does. We went, 45 minutes? I appreciate that. I mean, playing in a low seed, D-seed kingdom, it's important, in my opinion, it's important to make friends rather than enemies. I mean, chances are when you play in a heroic anthem, you're going to have, anywhere from 24 to 32 kingdoms in that KVK format playing with you. And I would rather make friends and good allies for future KVKs than make lifelong enemies. So I'm a reasonable individual. If we all got the same amount of fighting and our stats were double the next closest kingdom, I'd be making a stand that we deserve the Zig at the end. But this KVK is a unique one. Much like that last KVK with 1365 and 2489, where 1846 would only fight 365. They did something similar there. We've done a wheel spin in the KVK previously. And that one turned out to be lucky for us, right? We got the Zig at the end for that one. But this one, the wheel didn't fall our way. Any alcoholic drinks should be served. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I mean, I would go out to bars with my friend. His name was Luke. You know, we would go out to bars and we would have to go to the same bar every single time because they always kept a six-pack of Guinness out of the refrigerator for when he came in. And that just blew my mind. I mean, he could drink cold beer. He just preferred room temperature beer for whatever reason. I think, Gosu, I think we will be a very low B seed come the next KVK, unless we get some really good fights here in the next zones. Right now we are at 8.6 billion power. You know, granted, we have got a few from other kingdoms in here that are kind of inflating that a little bit, but based on the stats Hubs has pulled, he said we're about 1.1 billion below that B threshold. And that's about what we got coming in with the next migration. So our plan is to circle back with the few underperforming individuals and request that they leave the kingdom. We'll, of course, provide them passports to do so. And if they refuse, then we'll deal with that accordingly. You're a wine guy? I don't know any guys who would admit to that. And you'll probably laugh at this, Sasha, but I think box wine tastes better than bottled wine. I'd rather buy a box of wine than I would a bottle of wine. Maybe I just haven't had the right bottles of wine. You know, when my parents used to make wine in the basement. And when I was 15, 16, you know, it was drinking age was 21. You know, so every now and then I'd steal a bottle of wine and take it over to a friend's house. And, you know, I remember running around the woods in the middle of the night, getting drunk off our asses with Uzi water pistols, just having fun, just spraying the shit out of each other with Uzi water pistols, and getting drunk on cheap ass homebrewed wine and whatever beer everyone else could steal out of their dad's fridge. But by the time I was 17, I figured out which liquor stores didn't card, and we stopped stealing the parents' shitty ass homebrewed wine. Christmas Eve around my house is a party. It's a party. We get together with my wife's side of the family, and all the nieces and nephews, they get pretty sloshed. Yeah, I think the last alcohol I touched, I had a Captain and Coke when MF and Kat and the TSN guys were at my house back in November. And before that, it was like 2 years ago. Are these all Cocoa Boys farms? What the hell? Yeah, we can show our map. Not a problem. Nothing really interesting to see. This was our starting zone here. This is the first zone that we invaded to burn this Hyron. The enemies wanted the El Cid Bastion that's right here after we pushed them out. We discussed with our allies, and since the legendary bastions give more crystals for completing the quest, the general consensus was no, don't let them build to it. They did anyway, So we pushed them out of the zone again. They've now disconnected from this pass entirely. The next zone we invaded then was this zone right here. We took the gate fairly quickly. This pass 8 here fairly quickly. The enemies that we had, they kind of struggled with theirs. They were swarming it too, but the people that were swarming it were not in one of the alliances that were actually touching the gate. So that causes the gate to glitch and nobody can get through it until that alliance leaves the coalition and one of these two alliances that are touching the gate then take the gate. Then that other alliance can rejoin the coalition. So it took them a good, I would say, 5 minutes to sort that out. By that time, we had 4 or 5 cities random teleported into this general area. Now, they were able to drop 2 flags right away. So they got 2 flags dropped, and a couple of their cities were able to port in. But by that time, our entire force of players marching from Pass 8 were over here. So they blocked the TP spots on those 2 flags. And the 6 players that had random teleports in this area were then just absolutely smoking their marches coming out of the pass. So 15 minutes into this zone, they were dead. They were done. It was history. The players in our camp were not too happy that they weren't going to get fights. So we said, fuck it. Fuck it. Let them teleport in. Let them build. So we let them teleport in, we let them build. They built over probably to about here, at which time our flag lines touched, and then we just burned them out. A good wine is unbeatable. All right. Whatever makes you happy. Check in-game chat. Nice. Nice. Were they in KVK? $114 is a strong one too. Then he played Overlord again. What the hell? What the hell? They definitely ain't what they used to be. Kingsland for us is on June 1st. But we have our camp has these 2 level 10 passes into Kingsland. Our allies in the lower right, they have these 2 passes into Kingsland. Our allies on the left-hand side, they have these 2 passes into Kingsland. So the enemy's got this pass into Kingsland that they have territory by. And then they've got this pass into Kingsland that they have not yet built territory near. And same with over here. They have not yet built to the level 10 pass. So at this point, if it stands like it does, it looks like only one of the enemies might be even trying to come into Kingsland. I would imagine they'll all take a level. I mean, you get rewards for first occupation on a level 10 pass, but we'll have to see. When Pass 9 opens on May 29th, our goal is to invade this zone. We have 2 sanctuaries that we need to burn here. We want to get to and potentially block off this level 10 pass from them getting into Kingsland. And then we have some high rounds to burn up here so that we can get a couple more gold coins. Same thing with our allies, right? The purple folks will be going into this zone to do these sanctuaries and to attempt to block this level 10 pass. And the folks in purple over here will be going into this zone to do the same. Now, so this level 9 pass opens on the 29th, right? Then this level 8 pass is unsealed on the 31st. And Kingsland opens on June 1st. Nice. The 30 win streak is nothing to laugh at. Well, Miss Rage was a solid R4 there. I don't know if she did much with the ARC team. She was always a backup when I was there. John Wick, yeah, he did a lot for that kingdom. He was an advocate for most of the international players that were there. And yeah, John Wick was fantastic. I hope he is doing well with his pursuit of his. I mean, his during the COVID era, he really couldn't do his real job. So he had a lot of time to dedicate to the game, and OV set the standard for ARC teams, right? Winning season 1, winning season 3. Miss Rage did a lot behind the scenes for Slouty, for John, as part of the kingdom management, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I remember being in 1039 during season 1, and White Tigers guaranteed to the kingdom that they would bring home the first ever Arc of Osiris championship. Well, OV kind of threw a monkey wrench into that, so JWM was always a powerhouse too. Yeah, they were always the bridesmaid though, never the bride. So I was just fortunate enough to be in 1052 at the right time in season 3 when we brought home that championship. And I was looking back, it was fun. It was fun. It was also hell on earth. Practicing multiple times a week, trying to get at the same time, because the top lane was always the Chinese players and the bottom lane was always the international players. So just trying to get on the same page and coordinate a time, and that was back before you could even do practices on the weekends. So finding a time in the middle of the week that was good for the Chinese players on the team and good for the international players on the team, that was no easy feat. And, you really didn't have a second alliance there back then to fight against. So the practices were limited to top lane or bottom lane, 15 on 15. Yeah, nothing major. I just expertised Eleanor yesterday when I was bored. And Rose, fantastic team. The thing about playing Arc back then, right, is you could not teleport when your troops were on the field. It was, I think they've dumbed it down, so to speak, now that you can teleport when your troops are on the field. I mean, you had to be coordinated. You had to have all your troops dead when your teleport window opened up. And they had to be back in your city. If they weren't, somebody else was taking your teleport. And you learn very quickly playing on a top tier team that there is absolutely no room for mistakes. If you're not doing what you're told, when you're told to do it, at the time you're supposed to be doing it, you're off the team. You're done. No two ways around it. Yeah, I mean, ARC has really changed. 60 GT is dominated in their realm, but they have not won the Grand Prix yet. I think that's the only blemish on 1960, right? I don't believe that they have won a Grand Prix or Grand Finals. But you've had Korean teams like 1V, JST rise to the top, and now those teams are slipping. 1093 in the past, they never had a crazy arc team, but last season they pretty much came out of nowhere. I still maintain, though, that they need to do something about these quote-unquote qualifiers. These qualifiers do absolutely nothing to get teams ready to face top-tier competition. Which means the teams that have a distinct advantage are the teams like 1093, 2489, 2377. Those teams that have multiple competitive high-level teams in their kingdom, because they can practice against each other all they want. I don't see a value in starting this off with 512 teams, half of whom don't even show up for the matches in that initial group stage. You can easily cut that in half or more and bring in relevant teams from the beginning to make this something everybody wants to watch from day one. But instead, we allow teams to come in and just no-show, and there are no repercussions. Right? In the same respect, we should never, ever have something like this happen in the semifinals. We should never see a blowout like this in the semifinals, because a kingdom has to choose between KVK or Ark of Osiris. Or the quarterfinals, sorry. When we get to this round of 16, maybe switch to Grand Prix rules. Everybody gets the same troops, everybody gets the same equipment, the same armaments, or at a minimum, right, gets the same number of troops. I get it, right? SV68, 2268, they were fighting hard in KVK. Okay, I'm not going to say that they weren't. But if you've gone back and watched this match, at the start they completely ignored the bottom lane. They sent maybe 5 marches there. All the rest of their players went to the top lane. By the end of this match, there were maybe 16 of them left playing. I get it. They were out of troops. I understand that. But in the same respect, if you have a solid team like this, and they weren't even tested. They were not even tested. Their closest match was, what is this? 15,000 points? They were not even tested. This would have been their first real match of the playoffs. Does it piss me off that they gave up? Yeah, it does, of course. It's like a middle finger to the entire spectating community, the entire teams that participate in Ark of Osiris that would have given it 110%. If you're not gonna be prepared to go all the way, if you're not gonna plan to go all the way, don't register then. If your focus is KVK and you know that you might be in the playoffs after a hard KVK, don't register then. But that's just me. That's just me. I don't GV. Yeah, GV's a super solid team. Super solid. You know, with the turnover that 1960 has had, some of the players that have been on those teams in the past are not there anymore, and that doesn't mean they don't have good players there. But let's look at these two, right? I mean, they won this by 77,000 points, 75,000 points, 70,000 points, 76,000 points. This was their toughest match. It was against AO 77, which I believe is a 2377 team. Okay, but they still won that by 20,000. Here's another 40,000 points. Here's another 40,000. Here's a 76,000 point win. Here's a 61,000 point win. I mean, sometimes the best thing that can happen to a team is to lose in this group stage here. It shocks your world and it brings you back to a dose of reality. I think this Anubis realm is loaded. With the 1960 teams, with GV77, with 2049, I mean, all of these teams have done it before. 3 out of these 4 teams in the semifinals have done it before. And one EE8 has been strong in ARC for years. Yeah, MX has a solid team, but I think Carr is saying in chat that they're new, right? I mean, I think 1188, powerhouse team. This is going to be one to watch. You know, 1188 and the players that are there with all the hunter inscriptions, I mean, they're saying, I've heard rumors, right, that what did I hear? 17, 18 of the players playing in this match have 5 hunter inscriptions running on the open field. 1188 has former 1v players. Yep. I don't think Redline plays with 60 GT. I could be mistaken. I mean, WIB, solid team. They beat JST. They beat Vita. But they really struggled in that match on structures. If they struggle on structures against a team like 1916, I think this is, right? It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Redline did play on MX, okay. So, I mean, these... You know, once you get to this level, these semifinals, we're talking the best of the best. Those micro mistakes are magnified. I mean, we saw yesterday, right? Which match were we watching? With Apo. Yeah, this EA match, right? The second arc. EA had the second arc. They did not have enough people protecting that arc carrier. 65 AC ganked it, took it to an outpost on the EA side of the field, took the outpost, and delivered that second arc. Huge mistake that cost them the match. So, I mean, if you want to check that match out and understand exactly what I'm saying, I mean, you can rewatch it through the game, but you can also go back and watch Apocalypse's stream. I mean, I called it when Apo and I were streaming it. I called it. I said, Apo, check out the arc carrier. There's not a lot of people escorting him. And sure as shit. 2 minutes later, 65 AC was there, grabbing it, marching toward an outpost. Had EA gotten that arc, game over. They win. That one mistake cost them a place in the semifinals. And they're a super solid team. They're a super solid team. I mean, let's be real. Let's talk about that. Talk about that WIB JST match, right? You can go back and watch that on Appo's channel too. We stream that. JST almost won this match without taking a single arc. Okay, which is why I say, you know, congrats to WIB, congrats to 1846. But yeah, if they don't hold their structures better against 16 OT, gonna be rough. Gonna be rough. Okay, well, we'll let you all mull on that for just a minute while I excuse myself and run to the restroom. So I'll be right back. WIB, I agree. WIB has a strong team, but their structure game was absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. I think they'll even say that. You know, it was garbage against a JST team that has changed very much since they won the championship. Yeah, WIB absolutely crushed them in mid every single time. It was borderline embarrassing. But you could say the same about the WIB structure game. It was borderline embarrassing. You know, so I'm looking forward to these matches this weekend. I am myself normally have an Ark of Osiris match on Sunday at 14 UTC, but I am sitting out this week so I can, because it was fun broadcasting with Appo. I'm sitting out this week so Appo and I can do another stream one of these matches. I don't know which one he's going to pick yet. God, there's so many good ones at 15 UTC. maybe we can get him to dual stream and do 2 matches at once. I don't know. Because this one's gonna be huge, right? 60 GT, GV77. But I really do think Lilith needs to go back to the core, and they need to review how they're doing Osiris League. These group stages, these early group stages need to go away. Too many shitty teams signing up just for weekly rewards. Too many teams that sign up with too few players or that don't show up at all. And then they need to do something about matches like this where teams have to choose between going all out in KVK or competing in Osiris League. Because at this level in the quarterfinals, even at this level, right, in the round of 16, right? I mean, 23-77, their second team didn't show up because they were in KVK. Right? SV68 took full advantage of that. 99,000 points. Once you get to the top 16 here, once you get to these knockout stages, we just shouldn't have matches like this. I agree, Lelouch. These are going to be some bangers this weekend, that's for sure. And that's not even going into the realm of Bastet that I know absolutely nothing about. Other than EA, and that's just because TSN Stitch played on 3159. I feel bad for them. But at the same time, you make a mistake like that, it can blow up in your face. And Realm of Sobek, I know absolutely zero about any of these teams. I think this would kind of be fun to watch, right? Because they're still using like Caesar and Charles, and I don't know as many of these teams are even in Season of Conquest with Season of Conquest commanders yet, but so that would kind of be a flashback, right? What do we got here? Does that say 8 minutes? That clock say 8 minutes to reset? 3 minutes to reset, okay. Nice. $29.34 is very strong. Add them in your KVK. 2 through 4. I'm sorry, I'm slacking here. Oops, I did that wrong, didn't I? You want a Duke, not General. Who was General? I think that was on Hubs. Nope, Hubs has Queen. Was that on Captain then? Sure was. Who can do titles for the next few hours? That way I don't have to watch it. I always feel bad when I'm live streaming and people ask for titles. Our Nile is very boring. Oh, you're asking Leo how his is. He said his was boring as well. Ours is pretty much over. for that timer. Alright, we can do one more research tonight. Any bastions that I can reset? Nope. Black screen for just a second here while we restart. How many Suleiman heads do y'all think we get today? Ooh, that's right. We have to do Esmeralda too. She did not rob me blind yesterday. She was very good to me yesterday. 7. So yeah, let's get up to 100 on Esmeralda. Of course, I said she was good to me yesterday. I didn't do her live on stream. That's probably why. Every time I do Esmeralda on stream, she robs me blind. But we need those materials. I could care less. Alright, we'll take training speed ups too. We got Zenith soon. We need materials in a big way. And I'm way past 100. My finger just won't stop clicking. Have a good one, Leo. Not a single legendary yet. Yesterday I got like 4 of them. Esmeralda, I still hate you. Let's save that in case we get a Bastion quest. We don't have to force that through right away. Hey, look at that. We got one right there. All 3 resets right away. I think we're right next to some runes here, aren't we? Okay, they'll be there in a minute. Shit, I haven't done Golden Kingdom yet. I forgot to do that today. I will have to do that tomorrow at work. You got 2 days. We won't torture you all by doing Golden Kingdom live on stream. Don't worry about it. don't think anyone wants to sit through that. I don't even want to sit through that. Hey, Pocket. Come on, Guardian, spawn. Oh, that's right. They were changing it to 16 for some, weren't they? 1029 had the Pioneer version when they made those last changes. But I think I saw 20 in here too, didn't I? Yep. Be nice to get a training run right off the bat, but... Yeah, right, Chronico. Alright, Brown Bomber can do titles, so let's give Brown Bomber a Prime Minister title here. Nice. You got seven. Seven's always a good day, right? It's those days you get one or two that's no bueno. I think we do the rest of our bastions tomorrow. We'll gather some food though, so we get another Kahar whistle. That way we can do this one for the daily quest. A lot of those are barbarian ones, and I'm low on AP right now, so this barb chaining did not go as good as expected. I still want to get my dispatching done tonight. Traveling done tonight. Hossman, what's going on, dude? Been a while since I seen you. What, people were saying they were getting 14, 17. Didn't somebody say they got like 23? heads from those daily chests the other day on stream. I'm trying to remember exactly what the highest number was. I think I have it mentally blocked because I've never even seen anything close to that. Night, Sasha. Have yourself a good one. What did I get? 1 gem for it. Imperial Wealth. One of your unused whatever that is. And okay. Thank you very much for the 1 gem. Was food I'm supposed to be gathering, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I try and do Golden Kingdom as soon as it pops up because otherwise I forget. So I'm going to have to write a note and stick it on my work computer monitor so that I do that tomorrow. It's Tuesday. I have very boring frickin' meetings on Tuesday, so at least I can do Golden Kingdom during those meetings, right? Here 12 days. You. Oh, okay, I needed 2. Should probably really consider buying speed ups in there, but just can't turn down those gold universals. So my Golden Kingdom lineup is a bit unconventional. I don't want to start it tonight because I take equipment and put it on Richard and Charles. So basically what I do for Golden Kingdom is I will, let's pretend Trajan is Richard and Charles, right? I will put Richard and Charles in the off lane, tanking, with ZL and Herman behind to do AoE damage on the 4 marches. And then I will have Nevsky Joan and I think I use HQ Honda, and then Scipio Lucci in the off lane to take on this 1 march, and that works quite well for me. And then every time there's a healing, you just got to play the level till there's a healing hut. You heal, you get to the next level. Some people tell me, oh, just use your same Sunset Canyon marches and it'll be fine, but I don't know. I do what works for me. It gets me through it quickly. Grab that instead. El Cid. This should be Lancelot. Sure enough. Let's change this overnight. Get at least 5% AP. So that's what? That's 2.8 million. And then surprise strike, and we are done dancing. What we got here for coins? 80, so we're not gonna get enough. Get something else here. We've gotten both rings and one Horn of Fury. We've got 2 Hydra's Blast already this KVK. We're going to get 3 more coins this KVK, so I'll get another helmet in the bag. Save that 3rd coin then for, I'm not getting an Autric inscription this KVK. We'll give that to somebody else in the kingdom. But I always like to have that one in the bag, so when we start the next KVK, we can buy something very quickly from the shop. Once we hit 30 million kills. So I have been told if you start Golden Kingdom with only 4 marches, instead of 5, it will scale down the toughness of the enemy to accommodate for those 4 marches. Then when you can add an extra march, you do that from one of the marches that you pick up, and you're able to fly through it. I forget who said that on one of Apo's streams. I have not tested that myself yet, nor do I intend to. Golden Kingdom is time suck enough just to do it the regular way. I don't want to be playing around and potentially having to do it a second time. What the hell? What is the half-life of iodine-129, a radioactive isotope? 15.7 million years? Or what the hell? On average, which are the... a blue whale, a hamster, a monkey, or a crab? Hello? Oh, I don't know this one. Cirque du Soleil. It's not the Pharaoh. With Eleanor now, we do need to start thinking about refining some of these cavalry items, but I really want to get that last archer piece done. So we're going to have off season to work on the cavalry gear. Explore. This is... Do you guys like this event here? It's a bunch of clicking. I don't even read any of this stuff. I honestly don't care about any of this stuff. It's just click, click, click to get it done. I mean, I imagine if you are someone that is into history like that, then it could be quite interesting. But I'm playing a game. If I wanted to go to school and be an expert on ancient Rome and Caesar, I would do that. But I think we're going to call it a day. Tomorrow, after 5 days off of work, it is probably going to be a hell day at work. Cannot promise a stream tomorrow. If we have energy when we're done dealing with idiots at work, we will try and throw one up. I don't know what to stream. Maybe some more barb chaining. Who God only knows. But that said, Apo is still streaming. He was streaming before I started. He's still streaming. So we're going to get you over to my good friend Apocalypse Gaming. When you get there, do the let's do hashtag Boom Boom Bikini today, okay? Hashtag Boom Boom. There, you can copy it right out of my chat and paste it into his as soon as you get there. Thanks, y'all, for hanging out with me this evening. I appreciate you. 30 likes. We'll take it. We'll take it. I appreciate you guys. And we'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good night, day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. And don't drink warm beer. All right. Catch you next time.